Climate change is a global phenomenon that is causing significant changes in weather patterns, leading to droughts, flood, and extreme temperatures. These changes are impacting on agriculture, particularly on cattle rearing and meat selling business in Kastina State. Jamil Mabai speaks to farmers and industry experts on how climate change is affecting the meat industry in the state.
Aminu, a cattle farmer in Kastina, has been struggling to maintain his livestock because of impact of climate change. Over time, the cost of maintaining his livestock has tripled. This increase in cost is due to the scarcity of water and pasture, which are essential for the survival of his cattle. Can go to just nearby and get grass, and the cost is less. But now, no grazing land, no water. You have to buy water unlike before. There are dams all over the place. Amina's story is just one of many examples of how climate change is affecting the livelihoods of farmers and the quality of food they produce.
As inflation bites harder, customers' purchasing power has declined. But the bigger challenge is the adverse effects of climate change on the entire meat production value chain. Grazing lands have vanished, and the water level has also dropped. And the lack of grazing lands and water affects even the quality of the meat we eat.
The meat industry faces similar threats of climate change. The decrease in the quality and the quantity of meat produced has led to an increase in the price of meat. That is the reason why the cost of meat keeps increasing, because you have to buy water. With 500 naira, you can get food for one cow, but now you have to spend 2,000 naira. This increase in price has affected the purchasing power of consumers, leaving the meat sellers' business with low demand and patronage. According to experts, technology can salvage the farmers.
And there are several reports that shows correlation between the climate change and the cost of meat production, and also the reduction in quality. So it has caused reduction in terms of the foliage, like grasses. So grasses are no longer growing as usual. When you look at 10 years ago, 20 years ago, the amount of grasses, and in fact the quality, the nutrient value of the grasses has also reduced because of the chemical and fertilizer application in the farming or in the grazing areas. Yeah, technology can actually play significant impact. There are two things that will come into play. There is something that is called smart adaptation practice. For example, there is this modern ways of growing the feed, like hydroponics. Hydroponic is a kind of organic method of farming. So they are producing a very qualitative, highly nutritious food content, and also enough food to feed their livestock.
Experts say urgent action is needed to address the effects of climate change on the agricultural sector. Jamil Mabai, Trust TV News, Kastina.